Hi guys, and welcome to your daily tarot reading for Friday the 19th of August 2022. Thanks for joining me. I'm going to use the Modern Witch Tarot deck for today's reading. Let's see what these cards have to say about Friday and what energy you'll be working with. So I just want to show you these cards first because I hardly ever use this deck. So let me just show you what they look like. So you can see it's based on the traditional Rider-Waite, but they've made updates and changes. So let's see what these cards have to say about Friday then, and what energy you will be working with. Okay, so let's shuffle these a few times. Let's have a look. Okay, Friday. Okay, first card is the Moon in reverse. No more fear, and particularly no more fear about relationships or emotions, which is great. So you're in a good space. Then the Six of Pentacles. So this good space that you're in allows you to change your life, to recreate your practical circumstances in a way that feels empowering and where you feel like you're so secure and abundant and prosperous that you've got more than enough and you can give gifts to other people because you're in such a good place. Okay, so those two cards are really saying this is a day where you're feeling great, and because of that you can have a hugely positive influence on the external environment, on your environment. And finally, we've got the High Priestess, who appeared earlier in the week, and that's a card that says you don't really need to do anything other than listen, because you have this amazing gift to hear your higher self, to understand what the will of the universe is for you. And all you need to do is pay a little bit of attention to that and take action based on it. It means your life is full of love and riches and that there's no fear. So it looks like an amazing day just in terms of the way you feel and the way you approach the day. And if you come at a 24-hour period in such a positive way, then of course, you're going to be able to create and manifest a lot of positive things. And of course, many more positive things than if you approach the day in a really negative kind of defeatist, if you take that kind of approach. Okay, so first of all, the Moon card, when it's this way around, is the 18th card in the Major Arcana. So you're very far on the Fool's journey. The Fool's journey obviously starts with the Fool. That's the 0 card in the Major Arcana. Then it goes to 1, the Magician, 2, the High Priestess, 3, the Empress, and on and on and on, until it gets to the number 21, which is the World, which is completion and kind of understanding this planet. So the Fool is a spiritual being who lands here and goes through all these things, the Moon, the High Priestess, and all of this stuff, learns, and then by the end of the whole process, lives on this planet, but has a lot of influence and a lot of understanding, and feels like this assignment has been understood and can now be transcended. So the fact that the Moon card is almost at the end means that you've gone through the Hanged Man, so you've been through changes in perspective, you've experienced the Tower, you have lost something, you've been through the Lovers, you have had a great relationship, so you've been through all these things. By the time you get to this card, you realize that if you listen to your higher self, your intuition, it will tell you to do certain things which are good for you, but which sometimes you're afraid of. Even if objectively you can agree and say, I agree that this probably would be better for me, but I don't quite feel ready, or I don't know if I can live in such a positive way, or how can I let go of this negative behavior because I get so much security from it, anything like that. You're now, with the number 18, wise enough to realize that your emotions and your thoughts are temporary. They come and they go. And that you're something much more permanent. You exist regardless of your thoughts and your emotions. And you see that if something scares you, you don't need to buy into that fear and be put off by it. Instead, you can say to yourself, on this day particularly, if it's scary, keep going. And actually use that fear to identify which path you should take, because the one that feels kind of anxiety causing, or it makes you somewhat nervous, that's the path that is going to work out best for you, and the one that's going to provide you with the most benefits abundance, riches, fulfillment. So it's interesting because you're not governed by fear. You're using as a fear and anxiety and nerves as a tool to navigate. It's like a compass. So you're going in the direction of fear because that direction will pay off the most. And that's what your higher self is urging you to do. In this card itself, we've got this creepy little monster in the water. So that's what it feels like. Something dark is lurking and it's going to jump out at me and get me. You know, that unidentified threat. If you're really anxious, something seems to be always getting you, but you don't know what it is. It just exists on the periphery of your vision and it seems dark and intimidating. So it's that kind of thing that doesn't govern you. Then we've got these weird mask celebrants kind of baying at the moon. So it's some sort of club, I suppose. They're part of some sort of ritual that may seem intimidating and scary to you. Like, I'm on the outside looking in, and it may be that I have to deal with these people on my way to my happy place. Don't let that put you off either. You'll be able to hold your own, put good boundaries in place and continue forward. Stick to your guns, basically, because it gets you to a place where you're the Six of Pentacles, a person who is practical on top of their circumstances. But like I said at the beginning, so many good things are happening in your life that you have a little bit extra. Or that this personal victory, this triumph, I'm facing my fears, I'm continuing anyway. It makes you feel like, wow, I've got so much courage, I've got something extra to share. So it may not be a physical present, like here's a, I don't know, like an iPad or a coupon or a voucher or something. I'm giving you the gift of my love or confidence. It can be anything positive where you have extra that you can then share with another person who will be very grateful for it. Six of Pentacles is the haves and haves not card. We're all these people, right? Sometimes we have more than enough and we can share, and sometimes we're desperate and we need other people to help us. And today, you're emotionally on top of the world, and in terms of your practical circumstances, you're able to get to the top of the world as well because you don't let anything put you off or scare you. You're able to power on through, despite any fears. And finally, the High Priestess, the second card of the major arcana, that's what makes this such a certainty, because the High Priestess is passive, right? She doesn't take any action. She sits there and listens and takes notes from behind the veil, what the universe is saying. And what it's saying is, this is the way to create pomegranates on planet Earth. Listen to me, take notes, and then do it. You'll be rich in pomegranates, as an example. And that ability exists beyond good and evil. So it doesn't matter what's going on in your life, if you're in a scary place or if you're in a wonderful, relaxed place. You have such emotional strength that you're able to face any difficulties and transform to get to a place of abundance and more than enough. And it all stems from this emotional and spiritual conviction. So tap into that first in the morning by connecting with your higher self, your gut feelings, your instincts, through whatever you do to get you there, through meditation or yoga or walking or talking to a confidant. That's what's going to allow you to take very positive and enriching practical action. All of this is female. We've got the moon. We've got loads of water here. The High Priestess as well, passive, so that's female. We've got the moon again. And then earth, which is a feminine element. So it's all about making progress in your life as it already exists. You don't need to reinvent the wheel here and come up with a fabulous new idea. The job is to face your existing circumstances and to triumph over those by not letting fear dictate your actions. And instead using fear, like I said earlier, as a way to navigate. Like it's a point on the compass that you're trying to get to. Number-wise, we've got 18 and 6 is 24. And 2 is 26. 2 and 6 is 8, and 8 in numerology is strength and power. So you have the strength to overcome your own fears to get to a really happy, positive place. Yeah. So I hope you have a wonderful day. If you'd like a personal reading with me, please get in touch via my website. It's gregoryscott.com. On the front page, click on book your reading to audio reading with me. And if you like this video, then give it a thumbs up. Please hit subscribe and share the video online. Have an amazing day, and I'll speak to you tomorrow.